It rained so fucking hard, bro. Like we couldn't even see. I was driving to work and like on the freeway,
Yep.
couldn't even see 5 feet in front of you.
Oh, wow.
You know? But it cleared up. It was nice today. It got hot as shit today. Sun was out.
Wow. That's nuts because we had yesterday for us it was 65 degrees, but today it was like 15.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah, big difference, and we're expecting between 8 and 16 inches up here from starting at around like 3 to 4 o'clock tomorrow morning till like 10 o'clock tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I plow for the state, so
So is that your full-time job?
yep, I work full time for the town of Ware in New Hampshire.
So just so you know, this is recorded. It's not live.
Yep.
So, you asked me today, I think you texted me and said, is it love? Is this a love
Yes.
podcast? And I said,
Yeah.
well,
We
we
just
just
first
met,
met,
but okay.
so
I put a little heart in there. I knew
no,
what you meant
actually,
though. But yeah, it's not live. So I record these. I've tried to do a couple of live streams before with this, and
yep,
there always seems to be at some point, and it might happen here, with us too. At some point, there's some kind of lag or whatever, and
yeah,
usually, it just kind of makes the live stream a little dull.
right,
We're sitting
yep,
there waiting for it to catch up, so it's kind of a pain in the ass. But so I just started recording them. But
makes a lot of sense.
hell yeah! So you're in New Hampshire, and you and I met just recently
Yep,
through. In fact, when I was talking to Yankee Tan,
yep,
he mentioned you. He gave you a shout out, and I was like, "Oh, I need to talk to this guy." Okay, and that was just, I just talked to him last week.
yep. He's we've been chatting on and off for a little while now. It was one of those things that it popped up as someone you may know, or that suggested thing if you're watching people's stories and stuff like that.
Right.
And he had just popped up, and what caught my eye was his profile picture, and I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of weird looking, but I like that. So I clicked on it and saw that he was from the other side of the world, and that's kind of what intrigued me. Saw how big his following is, saw his team for I think it's a Dead Gull Airsoft or something like that.
Yeah.
And he had just seen some of my pictures and just kind of clicked off, and here and there he'll shoot me some messages asking for some guidance or tips and stuff, and I'm doing the same thing for him, and just kind of how it went.
Yeah, it's been a really big, community with since I started meeting some of the people in the UK.
Yep.
Man, there's so many airsofters in the UK, bro.
Oh yeah, it's unreal. We actually have a friend of ours that normally when he does come back over to the stateside, he's not from that part of the world. He's from Australia,
Mm.
but he comes over and he plays with us, and it's always a blast. And it's banned. Airsoft is banned in Australia, of course.
Jesus.
Yeah. So whenever he comes over, he normally has someone hold on to his stuff over here on the stateside, or in that part of the world, and that's how he plays. He'll go get his stuff. He'll attend the event with us, or whether it's with us or somebody else, but that's normally how he does it.
Bro, that's crazy. Like this dude's traveling, halfway around the world to play airsoft. And most of the people I talk to are like, man, it's so far to my field. It's like an hour drive.
Oh yeah, no, this guy, he literally travels from. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's living. Oh God, I want to say he's somewhere in Europe, but don't quote me on that. But he's been living in Australia from what I remember and know of last. And the last event we saw him had to have been 4 or 5 years ago, like right before COVID started becoming a huge issue and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And he actually, most of the time when he came over, he's the kind of person that the last game he came to, he told us, yeah, you're banning airsoft in Australia. I can't have any of my stuff when I go back there, and literally from head to toe stripped his kit and said, who's the youngest player here? And some 15-year-old stuck his hand up, and he walked away with a badass Polar Star rifle, Glock 17, full blown multicam from True Spec, great badass fucking LBX plate carrier, the whole nine
What?
yards.
That is cool as shit, bro.
Oh yeah, he just handed it off like it was nothing. And I mean, he has, like I said, he's got other stuff with other people, but he does that a lot, and he always donates to the events that our team attends every year. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Wow, that is so crazy when these countries like ban something like that. Like,
Yeah.
what? Why?
Right. It's even, it's coming to the point, like I just actually caught wind of it through our new team sponsor / partner, that another team that we are a team affiliate with, they actually have, I don't know if it's banned or they've now put into law that it's not okay to have airsoft guns or play airsoft in New Jersey.
New Jersey? Bro.
But yet you still see all kinds of people and fields, and kids have airsoft guns, and it's no problem, no issue. Huh. But according to them, it was, like I said, it was either a law against or banning airsoft in New Jersey.
Sad.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is sad. Well, I appreciate living in a state like South Carolina that has a lot of freedoms with guns and stuff. So
know that very well up here in New Hampshire, tell you that much.
Yeah, you guys are pretty open with that too, right? You're
yep.
Not a whole lot of gun laws.
No, not really. They're up here. You're able to carry concealed at the age of 21. You're able to carry a firearm at the age of 18, as long as the firearm is purchased properly, and it is technically how they look at it is gifted to you, because technically you can't purchase it until you're 21.
Gotcha.
But it can be yours. It can be gifted to you as long as it's under your name and stuff like that. And, most of the time, 90% of the time they tell people, and how it is, I'm pretty sure in the law books, is if you're under the age of 21, you have to open carry, but don't quote me on that. And then anyone over the age of 21, you're allowed to conceal.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have where you can't buy a pistol from an actual dealer or whatever until you're 21. But
yeah.
I think, you can, young kids and stuff, they go hunting, down here. So hunting rifles, shotguns, all that kind of stuff. But the concealed carry thing, I don't like registering my guns, so I won't go through the CWP thing. Yeah, no, I'm not doing all that shit. That's just me, Yeah, you said, so your name is Peanut, your call sign Peanut, right?
Correct. Yep. It's the call sign is Peanut, but as Instagram knows me, it's Tactician Peanut. We have that for everybody on the team, relating to the team, just because we are tacticians per se. Yeah,
your team name is
Next Evolution Tacticians.
That's what it is.
Cabinet's not finished yet, but I've got our team logo there.
Nice.
And then up here behind me.
Awesome. Yeah, because I was just watching, right before I got on here, I was just watching one of your videos, one of you guys' videos. And I watched a couple of them. And I think the last one I watched was Eastern Front, something like that.
Yep, that was American Milsom. That was in New Windsor, New York at Zulu 24.
Okay. That was pretty cool, man. You guys, I think the main guy on the video was, I'm guessing it was your CEO for your team.
Are you talking where the video itself with playing the camera?
Yeah, the GoPro in his helmet.
No, I'm pretty sure that was a mix between myself running a camera and the other guy was Tactician Monarch.
Okay. Yeah, he was giving out orders to guys that were coming up. You guys were about to ready to rush a couple buildings and stuff that just outside you guys were in the woods. You were ready to rush some buildings that were in the clearing.
Yep.
And you guys have some pretty cool, really organized team, it seems like.
Yeah, actually, well, with that event, we ended up actually not having a lot of the team there. There was a bunch of the guys that had some personal issues come up. We had guys that weren't able to make it. They actually bought tickets, but then they had to transfer them due to those issues. But we still had We had 3 guys that we've played with before at, our local fields here. Another guy that we had met through one of the other tacticians that joined us, and then we had an affiliate team that wanted to go to that event. We were like, listen, we got to fill spots. Let's, instead of you guys getting put with some random squad, I'm going to throw you guys down under me. And I was squad leader for that event, and it was a great time. We definitely rucked it out with all the rain. It was
Yeah.
definitely wet all weekend long. But when it comes to what we did, we were in that tree line 3/4 of the first day,
Yeah.
and it was just as simple as our job was to hold that entire left flank of the tree line. And it's actually funny. Oh no, it's not there. I have a map of it, but it's a really nice field, and we held that tree line, and if you saw on the camera, it popped up with a caption for our commanding officer Sisu, and she came out there, and it was just, we've been playing with them a long time, and they see, what we can do, and it was just, they were like, what, you guys have been sitting in this tree line, getting soaking wet, sitting here holding off these guys all freaking day long. Just go take those buildings and just screw some shit up.
Yeah, that's funny, man. I was watching, you guys were getting everybody ready to like rush and take it over. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely that definitely was a great event. We only have, I'm pretty sure we only have one guy going this year, and then we have our one of our prospects that's going to be going to that event as well this year. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events so far locked in, ready to go for this season. And then, we've got our normal run and guns and open play weekends that we do almost every weekend or every other weekend. And we travel all over New England doing that.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. Yeah. So the 5 events, are those all 3-day mil sims?
They are, let me think, 1, 2, 4 of them are 2 days, and one of them is a 1-day event. Most of the events are held by Stag Ops Milsim. That is a guy by the name of Cobalt, the Airsoft Guru. He's local to Maine, but he hosts these events all over New England. 2 of the events are held down in Grainville or Tolan, Massachusetts, at the birthplace of Milsim here in the Northeast, which is Tolcom. And then another one of the events is held at a field. I don't know the name of the field, but it's held in Jamaica, Vermont. That is a 3-day continuous Milsim event, but we're not attending that one.
Okay.
And that one is actually like full blown. You're there Friday night, you're playing Saturday, you're playing Saturday night, you're playing Sunday, and then you leave Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
And then the other event that he hosts is the 1-day event, which is Operation Clawhammer, which is up at Harris Farm in Dayton, Maine. But the more approaching one that we're attending, we have 5 of our guys heading down to Perry, Georgia to attend Iron Horse.
Okay. I think I've heard of that one.
Yep, that one's held, same group that hosted Eastern Front, that video you watched.
Oh, yeah.
Is American Milsim. And that's at the Guardian Centers down there in Perry, Georgia. It's a training institute for, National Guard, the Army, SWAT teams, FBI, CIA, all those TAC teams, and even your normal everyday police officers, firefighters.
Right.
They do all kinds of, natural disaster training, terrorist training, all kinds of stuff like that. And, it's quite frankly one of the biggest and the best event you will probably attend in all of the U.S. just because of the fact of where it's held and the dynamics of the field. If you look at the map, the urban area of the field is alone with all of the buildings is like 85 acres.
Holy shit.
And these are, we're only allowed, I'm pretty sure the rules are you're only allowed on the first and second levels of the building, but there are buildings that are 5, 6 levels high. There's broken down buildings, destroyed buildings. There's a full-blown tunnel train system underground.
Oh my God.
It's huge. And then the land that is outside, the whole playing field, including like the wooded area, is like 800 acres.
Holy, where's this at? Georgia?
Yeah, this is in Perry, Georgia.
Holy shit, dude. I mean, we're right next to Georgia.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think this is the first time I've ever, heard about this field.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, listen, by the way, I'm not experienced in airsoft.
yep,
I don't know if you've seen or heard some of our previous podcasts or our videos, but, my sons and their best friend started playing airsoft as adults, like
yep,
3 years ago. Okay. I was just coming out of being paralyzed, so I could barely move around the house and stuff. I started the YouTube channel just honestly for something to do to keep my mind, without, or keep me from going crazy.
yep,
So I have all the experience with the military in the past, experience with all the videos I've watched from these guys because I edit all their, I handled all the videos
yep,
from all their gameplay and mil sims and everything. But and then of course all the review videos, I
yep.
handle all the weapons and stuff like that. But yeah, so I don't have, there's a lot of things that people bring up when I'm talking to them that I'm like, oh, what is that? I'm
Right.
not
Yeah.
afraid to say, hey, what is that? I don't act like I know something and I don't. But
Yep.
I think there's a lot of confusion, or maybe a lot of people think that I've been playing airsoft with these guys for a long time and I haven't. So I started the podcast just to keep our channel going because these guys got busy, a lot of things changed in their lives, and we stopped doing videos for a
Yeah.
while. And I was like, man, I love talking to people, and I was already talking to people on our Discord. So I was like, hell, I'll just start recording this thing. So
Yep.
that's kind of, it was just spur of the moment. It kind of came up. But anyway, so don't assume I know a whole lot about what, like some of these
What's going
things,
on?
like,
What we're talking
yeah,
about? Yeah.
yeah, for real. So I'll ask,
Yeah.
like, oh, what's that? But yeah, I've never heard of that field.
Oh yeah.
And it's wild because I've watched so many videos from so many different players, and that field sounds badass.
Yeah. It's in my opinion. I mean, I haven't been there personally yet. This will be my first time going down there.
Yeah.
They realistically they don't open this field to the general public most often. I mean, they've held the Iron Horse there for a couple of years, and this op especially. And I'm pretty sure that they've held a couple of other ops with other event runners. But there's words in the making that there's possibly a chance of closing it down to the public or this kind of an event.
Mm.
But that's just how it is. So realistically, a lot of us when we found out that the tickets are going up for sale, and we've been following American Milsim since we attended Eastern Front, it was in our opinion a once in a lifetime chance that if we were
Right.
able to lock in tickets, and I mean, a lot of the time for these big Milsim events, especially up here, I know probably other places too, once tickets sell out, that's it.
Yeah,
You're you're
that's
you're
it.
done. Luckily enough, we were able to get our tickets within the first batch, and they've sold out for our team, which we're playing on the cost team, which is green team.
Mm.
um, and then they sold out for tan team, but they were like, you know what, we're only at this many people, we're going to up it. All right, we're going to release 40 more tickets. All right, we sold those ones, we're going to sell 25 more. So I'm pretty sure, number wise, I'm pretty sure we're between 650 and 750 in terms of people that are
Whew.
playing at this event.
Bro, that's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, it's going to be awesome. And as of right now, like I said, we've got 5 of us going, and we're hoping that things lock in, and we're looking to be the fast team down there.
Nice. Yeah, that field, the way you're describing it, sounds a lot like the one these guys play at, GTI. Same
Yep,
type of
Government
thing,
Training Institute. Yep,
right? And they do a lot of that, law enforcement and military training, FBI kind of stuff, whatever. So when these guys go, they're always talking like, and we got there and there's like, fresh brass in
yep,
these areas where they, they just had a big training session or whatever, like the previous weekend or whatever. But that I know GTI is not as big as what you're talking about down in Georgia, but
yep.
it's a good field, really cool. But from what I've seen on their videos and stuff, but that one, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, actually, if you literally going on YouTube, if you just type in Iron Horse 3,
Okay.
One of the first couple of videos, in the picture itself, you'll see, silhouettes of guys walking on a horizon on a roadway. It literally, actually, I'll see if I can, let me see if I can pull it up here just
Yeah,
to
you can
kind of
pull it up.
show you the picture here. I've got my computer open here.
Hell yeah. Here you go.
Yep. So if you go onto YouTube, it's under the page of Iron Horse 3. That year was 450 players. Um, ACS Airsoft is the one who did it, but this is the picture you're going to look for.
Gotcha.
And this video literally goes through and they show you, the best parts of the field. They show you how the layout of the field is.
Yeah.
And then if you do you know anything of T-Rex Arms?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I follow him.
If you look at T-Rex Arms website or his YouTube channel, he attended Iron Horse 3 with his company.
Oh.
And it was a big thing where they went through and they showed the transition of, how airsoft can relate and cross over to real steel. How,
Okay.
a lot of these guys go out and, play airsoft and do airsoft just to keep up on their real steel, especially nowadays with the price of ammo and the shortage of ammo in certain places. A lot of people are going through and, dry fire training with airsoft. I mean, it's the same deal. Like if, when I plan to buy plates, I've already got 4 plate carriers. It's as simple as swapping everything over. I've got my AR, I've got all my stuff. So it's,
Right.
Just running through the motions, but with pew pew guns.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%, man. When a few years ago, when all the bullshit riots started and stuff, and people started buying, when ammo prices started going up, I told these guys, because we've had 2 of my boys are the 2 that are on the channel, Chris and Coltrane. They've been stockpiling ammo for 5 years now, so we have thousands of rounds of stuff. And I was like, and we had just right before all that stuff happened, I was looking to start another YouTube channel. So I had 4 already. I was going to start another one, but like, hey, let's do a real steel channel because it's fun. We already, we're already going to the range, and I'll just film it and make some videos. So I started one and just named it the same, like TriFecta Steel, I think I called it TriFecta Steel. And so, well, when all that shit happened and ammo prices started going up, we stopped. And I said, don't waste your ammo, save it. We'll just, any practice you want to do with weapon handling, do it in the backyard with the, like we do with the reviews, just use your airsoft guns. All the basics you can use with, that you really need, like in combat or something like that, with a fake gun, whatever, just if you have a pistol and you want to put it in a holster, you can do that with airsoft gun and work on your draw and that kind of thing. Or just, sight acquisition, target acquisition with your iron sights or your whatever. I'm not used to a lot of the optics. So when they first started getting red dots, I wasn't used to that. It was, I used iron sights in the military, and then I had long range scope that I had on a couple of hunting rifles years ago. So, I was used to that. But a lot of these newer sights, the little ACOGs and the red dots, I'm like, where is the fucking dot, bro?
Right. Yeah.
I couldn't find it.
I feel the same way. No, on my AR, I have a red dot sight on that, but when it comes to my airsoft guns, I run bare bones, not even iron sights. All iron sights are taken off. It's literally because, in my opinion, with airsoft, you can use them, you can line them up, and it might help you a little bit. Each person is different, but realistically, it's a cleaner sight, a clearer sight for me. There's nothing in my vision. I'm looking across the top of my rail, and I can see the BB traveling. It's not like I'm using crosshair green BBs or black BBs. You know what I mean? We're using white BBs or tracer units. So there's no need, in my opinion, for any sort of a sight.
Bro, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you saying that, because when we started our channel and these guys are like, no, we got to have this sight. I'm like, they're like, oh, these flip up sights. I'm like, there's no way to use these sights. Cause this is after, I'd handled some of these and reviewed some of these airsoft guns, and I'm like, and M4s, whatever. Like, bro, you cannot do the same thing with this, sight alignment, sight picture. You can't, as you do
Nope.
with the real steel. Like, it just doesn't work. Like, your
Nope.
eyes naturally follow the BB anyway, so it's pointless. And
Yep.
in fact, what you're talking about right now with just removing all that stuff, they were like, because they were arguing with me. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, you don't need a sight on there because it doesn't do that anyway. You got to use Kentucky windage to adjust for wind and all that because it gets blown around or
Right.
drop or your hop up's fucked up or the BB's fucked up, whatever. So they're like, okay. So I was like, give me that gun. So I just put the sights down and I started plinking and I'm hitting a beer can, whatever, 30 feet away. I'm like, bro, this is so fucking easy. You don't need sights on this. It's cool. It looks cool. And
Yep.
you can practice with it if you want to practice. But in a game, you're watching where the BB goes and adjusting on the fly.
Right.
So,
Because nine times out of 10, the weather is going to change, or foliage is going to change. So it's one of those things that
mm-hmm.
I mean, for myself, for the team, I'm one of our saw gunners. I'm laying the heat. So
Yeah,
I've got 30 rounds a second coming out.
nice.
I'm in a general area. So if I'm aiming at your chest, I'm hitting
Yeah,
somewhere in that area, and I'm bushwhacking as is. So I don't see a need for sights. Even if I go to the weekend field and I run my SPR, it's my rifle, and it's same deal.
yeah,
I follow the BB. If you're using the proper weight BB for whatever, if you're running a Polar Star, or Wolverine, or even your basic AEG, it all depends on what weight you're running and what battery you're running or whatever.
yeah,
You just follow it.
right. Yeah, that's I can see a use for these like ACOG or something like that for kind of like use it as a monocular instead of carrying around,
Recon kind of stuff.
hanging. Right, exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
look, target acquisition. You're looking through. Oh, there he is. Okay, that kind of
Right.
thing to zoom in. But yeah. So, man, I can't tell you. I'm gonna show this video to these dudes and be like, see, okay,
Not a
this guy
point. Go
has a
ahead.
lot more experience than you guys, and I'm telling you. But anyway,
I've been doing this for God. If I won't count the Walmart guns and stuff like that. But if I had to put a number on playing airsoft in terms of actually playing the milsim, being on teams, we're going on probably about 12 years now.
holy cow.
Yeah. So I've been doing this a while. I played my first milsim event ever. I want to say 16, 17 years old.
Wow.
That was, and actually, I'm pretty sure, yeah, pretty sure right here up in the corner here,
Yeah.
pretty bad here. This patch here,
Yeah.
Spring Offensive 4 with Stag Ops Milsim, it was just a couple, me and my buddies were like, hey, let's go attend this Milsim event. They had been to one before. They were getting me into it. I didn't even have the best guns in the world. And I went. They put us with a bunch of random other people that registered by themselves, and they stuck us in the urban, and we sat there all weekend long. And it was yeah, it sucked, but at the same time, we sat there, we held the enemy out of this urban area all weekend, and shining moments came when they needed to. That was where I first, you know, in my eyes, a celebrity moment. I attained an MVP award from the event runner and the commanding officer that normally they don't give out unless you do something really serious and really badass.
Yeah.
And I carried this 100. You pull up to old style. You pull up to a car wash and you put your money in it. Not how it's your debit card or whatever. You
Yeah.
slip your cash into it. They had one of those things, and it had to weigh 100, 150 pounds.
What?
Well, they took this thing. They had one of the other squads take it from the top of this mountain on a sled, dragged it down the mountain, brought it to an area to secure points, waited for an hour, brought it down to the urban area where we were, and like, oh, we want to give these guys a break. We want to have them go out and just mess some stuff up. They've been securing objectives all day and stuff. And at this point, my crap rifle had gone down, just shit the bed.
Yeah.
My buddy's rifle did the same thing. So the two of us are sitting there with pistols, a mag only, and just hanging out with a can of green gas.
Oh my
And, our commanding officer comes in. He goes, I need 2 guys that can lift some shit up and carry it and bring it to the next objective. And I immediately just looked at my buddy. I'm like, we're getting the fuck out of here. I threw him my pistol. I grabbed this thing by myself, threw it up on my shoulder. And I looked at my CO and I was like, where am I going? He's like, follow the trail, go down about a quarter mile. You'll see another unit holding the position. Me and my buddy and the rest of our squad, he comes running in front of me, just dual pistols, covering me, going down the hill, schwacking kids left and right as we're running down this hill. Drop this thing off. I secure the objective for the team, come back up, and 15, 20 minutes later, they came up to me in the middle of the game and awarded me with this MVP award. And I've been hooked with this event runner ever since. I have attended almost every single event. There was a couple of years I had to take some time off for some personal stuff, but I came back into it, and I haven't missed one of their spring offensive or autumn justice events. And, I received another MVP award at one of those events, and it's an amazing time. That's how I got into it. That's why I've gotten so serious into it. And it's just what I do. It's my stress reliever. A lot of people, they smoke, they dip, they drink, they do whatever they do. I no judge here, but my stress relief and how I, get out at the end of the day to cool down, I'm going to the field. You need me after a shit week, I'll be at the field. You want to talk to me, come play, because I'm not picking up the phone.
Yeah, what a cool story. That was your first big experience with an event like that.
Yep.
That is awesome. Wow. So did that lead into you getting the nickname Peanut?
No, the actual nickname Peanut came from a company that I used to work for, doing landscaping. One day there was just this whole long story that makes no sense, but he called me Peanut one day, and it literally is stuck. And everybody has known me as Peanut, whether it's from that company or Airsoft for, I don't know, 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how it stuck. Everyone calling me Peanut, and kind of funny. I'm 6'2", fucking 220 pounds. kind of makes somewhat of a sense for a nickname that's funny looking.
Well, when I was looking through your Instagram and kind of seeing what kind of stuff you guys do, and then I saw your YouTube channel, your team's YouTube channel. I was like, Peanut. I wonder where he got that, because he's you're not a small guy.
No, not by a bit.
I saw you walking around with some other guys on the field. I'm like, that must be one of those, where they call the big dude tiny kind of thing.
Little, yep.
So, oh yeah, it's funny.
Nope, that's just kind of how it stuck. It was a company name, and kind of held on to there. And it was one of those things that we were on that team, and everybody, they just knew me by my first name. They were like, "Oh, Nick," or they, call me by my last name and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I had a Tactician Monarch was also a coworker of mine this past couple of years.
Okay.
And just, out of the blue, him being him, he knows me as Peanut, at the field one day, calling me out, couldn't hear him. And then all of a sudden I hear, Peanut, what? And then everybody from that moment
That's how it goes.
Just how it stuck.
That is exactly how the nicknames go, for sure.
Oh yeah, they're definitely. I mean, I was given that one, but when it comes to Airsoft, that's one of my forte or prerogatives is you don't give yourself a nickname, in my opinion. No. You earn that shit.
Yeah.
And I mean,
yeah.
Sometimes if you don't like it, oh well, you just did something funny enough, dumb enough, or stupid enough to earn it, or you did something cool enough to earn it.
Yeah, for sure. So, man, you guys are busy. Like, you got a lot of events, and you're going, every weekend or every other weekend playing.
Yep. We try to stay active as much as we can. A lot of the guys during the wintertime, myself especially, and one of the other guys that's down south in Fall River, Mass, we plow. And, another one of our guys lives, Tactician Trigger. He lives all the way up in Maine. It's a 4.5 hour drive from my location to him. But we plow. So for me, every weekend, it just so happens this year, it's every fucking weekend that it snows. So, a lot of the guys,
Yeah.
we kind of hibernate during the winter, but we are getting out there. We do a lot of indoor fields. That's how we get our CQB training
Okay.
in. If you've seen the Instagram, our team Instagram or mine, we just recently went down to Battleground Z in Rhode Island.
Okay.
We did a lot of that. We did some of that for training for Iron Horse. We've gone to tactical airsoft, extreme airsoft in Rhode Island. We're still hitting those fields indoor. It may not be every weekend, but we're staying on it. We're trying to keep the joints greased and stuff per se.
Yep.
But when it comes to springtime, summertime, fall time, it's straight balls to the wall. Anytime that we can get the guys together and get down there, to train, just to practice, or just to go out and have fun with everybody else, the friends we know, the kids we know, meeting new people.
Right.
That's a huge thing for us. Is we are unlike a lot of other teams out there. I know that everybody out there is doing their own version of trying to grow the community and be a part of the community and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's that stigma, or what's the word I'm looking for? There's
Stigma.
that the stigma. Yeah, stigma. There's that stigma of teams that there's one person who's in charge.
Yeah.
There's I'm a CEO. I'm the
Yep.
leader.
Right.
That's 9 times out of 10. That's where we've learned the experience.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of teams fail.
Yeah. They
Is
fall apart.
right. You have those people that it's a glam show. It's all about them. The camera's got to be on them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we are different as a team, because we don't have a CO. We don't have a team leader.
Gotcha.
Everybody on our team has the same amount of say as the next guy. Yes, we have our number system. My number is 02.
Right.
So if you hear people calling out Peanut or 02 or whenever we're playing together, that's how it is. We go down the line, and our numbers are literally the order which you joined the team.
Gotcha.
And where we have Tactician Trigger, Tactician Double Dog, and myself, we are the original, as we call, the founding fathers of the team. We were all a part of another team that had one of those I'm the star of the show moments with a commanding officer, and we left. He wasn't willing to defend us, stick up for us in certain situations, and the show was about him, and we would do the work, and it didn't work out well.
Yeah.
So we started this team to be different than anybody else, where you join this team and prove to us you can be a part of this team, and you can literally make the same say or give your opinion or the same vote as the next dude, or as myself or any of the guys in the higher numbers.
Yeah.
We just brought in our newest 2 members, Tactician Callian and Tactician Doopy. They're 11 and 12, but they have just as much say as 1, 2, and 3. So that's a big thing that we strive on, is making it known that there is no leader. So if you have an issue, you can come to any of us, and we're the ones that we're gonna figure it out together.
Right. Well, there's that mutual respect as well. Like on the field, they know, the newer guys know who the veterans are on the team.
Yep.
And so they're gonna, they want help. They want to know what to do. So they're not trying to run the show. They're not trying to run out there and Call of Duty that shit. So they're they're kind of looking up to you guys, and you guys take them in, and hey, here we go. But to have, and that's how these guys play. So our team here, when they get together with other teams, the same way. They're there's kind of a mutual respect and assumption that y'all know what you're doing, and so maybe somebody says, hey, you 3 guys go over here and take this point, you 3 guys go over here, but that's about the extent of it as far as the CO kind of thing. So they realize, and the CO realizes, we're all in this together. I'm not fucking big shot here. It's I ain't shit without my team. So
you're stuff with the guy that's next to you. That's how we really look at it.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, when it comes to the weakest link, like that's what we're really about. A tactician is someone who knows and can practice and perform anything that has to do with tactical skills.
Right.
that's realistically how we have earned, or like how we came up with the name, where our team is, any person could play the role of the next guy. When we go to an event, we pick who's going to run stuff, who's going to do what role. We all talk about, okay, yes, my main role, because I've spent all the money, is a support gunner. That's just what I do. That's always what I've done. I run the
Yeah.
Crytek LMG. I had an AK Mark 46 that used to be on my
Oh, it looks awesome.
roster,
Yeah.
and it was, that's just what I do. But when it comes to other stuff, we say, okay, you know what? For this, Milsim wise, we go, all right, you're going to be squad leader for this event. And then, all right, we're going to have you guys as riflemen, who wants to be the medics, who wants to be the grenadiers. And then when it comes to, will you stop? Girlfriend in the background messing around, trying to make me laugh and smile.
Like, oh, you need to smile more.
That literally every time.
Oh, Jesus.
But when we go to events, it's we step on the field, we're playing a role. So that's where, things kind of change. Like, yes, we are friends, we are teammates and stuff like that. But when we step on the field, the role changes. But, if we're going to a run and gun game or, a walk on field or whatever, nobody's above the other. You play with what you want. You run with what you want. There's really no rules. If three of us have saws, there's no rule against it as long as we're not overkilling it, or,
Right.
The other team has saws too. We're all equal. And, we're there also to help those younger guys. Because, the biggest thing that I hate, and a lot of the guys on the team will agree with me wholeheartedly, is we can't stand those kids that go out there, and do, the speed saw. Well, I'm not going to say that. I won't say they run around like a kamikaze,
Yep.
and they headhunt for those rentals or the younger kids that don't know what they're doing.
Jesus.
And that's something that, that really grinds my gears, I'll say.
Yep.
Is those kids are out there trying to have the best time that they can, just as you and I did when we first started.
Right.
And it really makes me mad that you see these kids out there dumping mags with binary triggers, polar stars, whatever they have, on a rental kid.
Yeah, I've seen those videos too, man. And it's they're playing too much Call of Duty and Halo, bro. Like, they're only looking for their KD. Like, my kill death ratio. Like, I'm gonna get the weakest guy, the newest guy, the youngest guy, whatever. Like, that doesn't have experience.
It's a body count.
Easy target, yeah. And they don't realize, bro, some of these guys, if they're brand new, if they have to keep walking back to spawn 100 fucking times all day, they're not coming back.
They're gonna quit. They're gonna go home.
And so, and I've said this, like, on the last, I mentioned it probably on the last, handful of podcasts. When I played paintball after the military, we would show up to a field, and most of the time we played on my buddy's grandparents' property, and we had enough guys, from work to have a good game. But when we did go to a field, we'd get there. We're excited. We get there early, and right when they opened, dude, there's nobody there from it's just us five, from 9 in the morning till 11 or 12, and we're like, fuck, bro. Like, you want more targets. So you want people to get in there, and you don't want these new guys to quit and be like, this game sucks, because you have to, it's almost like Call of Duty. You have to get all this shit built up in your, inventory, whatever upgrades and shit to be able to compete. And, so that ain't cool, but it sounds like you guys run your team pretty good.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I mean, like I said, it's, it's one of those things that we strive to try to be as different, but as, unique as the next team. But it's one of those things that we try to make sure, especially when we go to our home field down in Bridgewater, Massachusetts, and also our sponsor, UBG. It's a paintball field they're playing on. They partner with a paintball field. So, we're swapping back and forth. Airsoft plays this field, paintball plays this field, and, going back and forth. But again, it's all these kids that are coming out for their first time, or even if they're returners, they're always going, to remember their first time.
Right.
So they think that's a really big thing when it comes to that. And, our team itself, none of us are body counters. We could really care less. We're
Right.
we're a team that, when we go to an event, or even if it's the weekend field, we're objective based. We just
Right.
love, regardless if we kill 100 people or if we kill 2 people. If we won the objective, okay, we just had a
Then you're,
blast
yeah.
defending the shit out of it, or attacking the shit out of it.
Right.
As long as we all had a great time, and if we captured the objective, awesome. If we didn't, we probably still had a blast doing it.
Yeah.
And we're always, there's all again there a lot of these kids, when we go down to our home field, they see this, they see us as oh wow, all these guys are wearing the same camo, they're all the same patches, they're on a team.
Right.
And they're, as soon as the game's about to start, everybody's heads turn. What are we doing? Well, how about this? Half of us are going to go this way. Half of us are going to go this way. How about everybody split up? You guys go with these guys. You guys go with these guys, and just give it hell.
Right.
We're not sitting there, nah, you guys, we're going to go do our own thing, or we're going to go to the center of the field and do what we want to do. It's,
yeah.
okay, well, 3 of us go this way, 3 of you go that way, 3 of you go this way. Everybody pick a group and run with them. We're trying to help these little kids, or, even these, veterans that don't know the field or don't know how to play, or are
Right.
just learning everything. Just have a great time.
Well, that's the other thing, like you just mentioned, you could be an experienced airsofter, but if it's your first time at that field, if you don't know the map, you better follow
You're a fish out of
somebody,
water.
get on somebody's team. Yeah, exactly. I was just talking to one of the other podcasts I just released, a guy I talked to a few days ago, Call Sign Death from House of Jackals Milsim team.
Yep.
And when I watched a bunch of his videos on YouTube, their team's pretty much the same way. Like they got their shit on lockdown, a lot like you guys, as far as there's that mutual respect. That seem, you can tell in the videos these guys have played, a lot together, because you don't have to. No one has to give commands. You know what you're doing. Everyone's going, taking care of their shit. And same with you guys on your videos I've seen. And he's the same way. He's like, in the end of the day, like, yeah, we want to be competitive. We want to have fun. We want to win. But it's we're here for fun, bro. Like it's a game.
It's plastic BBs.
Right. Yeah. So cheers to you, man, for you guys having a good team set up like that, because you can tell on your videos that I've seen that y'all are tight.
Yeah, no, like I said, a lot of us, if I'm trying to remember, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 of us, 5 including me, that were a part of one team. The team that, it was a showboat thing, probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Gotcha.
And it was, he didn't defend us, and that's why, we didn't start the team, the Tacticians, yet. The 3, myself, Tactician Trigger, Tactician Devil Dog, one of them made a group chat on Facebook and said, hey, listen, we're, the 3 most active players on the team that just fell apart. Well, I'm going to just keep this chat in the backlog. We're going to keep it in the back of our head. So, we can still play together, but if something happens down the road, maybe we can make this something.
Yeah.
So, we kept that chat, and, that's how we talked back and forth. We still played together here and there. And then we had 2 other members that were on that other team that, joined into that group chat, and we all just, same thing, kept communications, played here and there. And then, when those guys, a lot of them were taking breaks because we were so serious at that time. We were a team of like 25 guys.
Wow.
But there was a lot of people that went inactive. So, they were like, I've spent so much money for these past couple of years, I'm going to take a little break. So I stayed active. I joined up with another group and, helped build the team up, helped get them out there, helped show them some things here and there with, the gun transitions. Like I've helped Yankee Tan with explaining some of that stuff before.
Yep.
And then again, same thing where I had Tactician Monarch, who was a coworker. He was on that team. We played together. It was a mutual thing. And then all of a sudden, we left that other team, and we had 3 other guys that came and joined us. And we were, you know what? Let's just make this something.
Right.
So, the 3 original guys came up with Next Evolution Tacticians, and that's where it started. And as of right now, we're 12 guys strong, and we're currently we're still recruiting. We're always recruiting.
Right.
We've got one prospect on the roster right now, and that's just how it all began.
That's cool.
We were always sick of those teams that was showboat, or it's all about that person, or they're more worried about the body counts, as we just talked about.
Oh yeah.
We could care less about bodies. Yeah, you know what? We want to go out and steamroll people here and there, or have
Yeah.
fun shooting at people. But for us, it's more of the objective.
Yeah.
It's more of the points at the end of the game.
Right.
The last event that we attended was Autumn Justice 14 with Stag Ops Milsom, same guy that attends these events up here. The event runner that hosts the stuff up here.
Okay.
We were the quick reaction force, so we were the 16-man unit. And as the 16-man QRF, we weren't allowed to capture or sign for objectives like a normal squad could.
Yeah.
But anytime they were like, "Hey, we've got a game item," or we've got a squad that needs to get to this location to sign the score sheet and score this point, we need the QRF. Well, there's 16 of us come steamrolling through the tree line. Okay, let's go, boys and girls. And we would just, we would walk through and steamroll people.
Yeah.
And we'd help secure objectives. We'd help bring objectives back to our fob and secure points. And that's really all it was. Is we're all about helping out everybody else and making it a win at the end of the day. If we lose, you know what? That just means we try harder.
Right. Yeah, that sounds awesome, man. It sounds like you guys have enough experience too. Like you're playing consistently.
Yeah, like I said, we try to do everything we can. Again, things get in the way. People can't attend stuff. It's not the end of the world. But we try to, like I said, we try to be different than other people, but at the same time. Another big thing that we as a team, we've picked up our home field, UBG, or Ultimate Battleground in Bridgewater, Mass. They just recently, within the past year, became our main gold sponsor.
Nice.
So they're sponsoring us with all the stuff that they can offer to us. And just this past week, we just signed with a veteran-owned company. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, Blue Mag Airsoft. They're based out of Pennsylvania.
I have. Yep.
Fantastic group of people.
I don't have personal experience with them, but I've seen their name around.
I mean, fantastic people. We just placed and ordered our first shipment. We're going to be placing 3. I'm going to be ordering my ammunition for the season within the next week. And we've got 3 other orders from the rest of the guys that are going to be going in by the end of next month for their BBs. They're currently,
Nice.
just like any other company, they're getting their BBs from somewhere else. But these guys have such a solid plan going through a 10-year program where they are looking to build the first United States BB manufacturing company.
That would be awesome.
And that's huge. They're the same quality. I can't say the same quality because there's a lot of other companies out there, or those low brand like Crosshair, lower end brand BBs. With them, they're pro match grade, just like HPA, just like Vulcan. They are 5.95 plus or minus 1, so they're in that pro match grade. They're polished. And you can't beat their pricing, and it's free shipping on every single order.
Holy crap! Yeah, I got to check them out. Yeah, a friend of mine who is followed us on our channel, and he started his own YouTube channel. Caleb Tucker Airsoft. He is actually, I think he just did a video on that company on an order he did for those BBs. Yep.
No, they're like I said, they're currently working on their different bottle sizes. Right now, they're only offering 3,000 count, but like I said, the pricing you can't beat. Like I've got their website pulled up. The shipment that we just placed, and we placed it. Try to remember here in my calendar. I ordered them last Friday.
Okay.
So just this past Friday, and I got them on Tuesday.
Damn.
We ordered 10 bottles of .30s, and on their website, if you buy one bottle, they're $21.90, free shipping, but they do bulk pricing.
Oh,
So
nice.
we just ordered, the first order was 10 bottles. You're getting 16.50 a bottle.
Wow.
You're not going to beat that price anywhere ever
That is
when it
awesome.
comes to, especially heavier weight BBs. You know, they do 2 O's, 2 5s, 2 8s, 3 O's, 3 2s, and they're out of stock right now, but they do 3 6 and 4 O's.
Wow.
But I mean, most places you go buy BBs, you know, if you're going to buy 4 or 5 bottles of BBs, you're looking 250, $300, depending on what weight you run.
Right.
I mean, 3 O's for $16 a bottle, you're not going to beat that. And that's why we're very happy to be a part of the partnership program with these guys.
Awesome.
They're going to be looking into a lot of stuff. They're hoping to also continue the growth of everything, and they're hoping to even be a company that builds guns.
Okay.
So they're hoping to be a company that builds guns in the U.S. and
Bro,
produce stuff. And you know their
that's
websites,
good.
you know, they're just starting with their stuff on their website. They only offer BBs right now, like I said, but it's crazy what these guys have in vision and have in mind.
Yeah.
And we're so happy that, you know, we've signed up with them, and I can definitely see that things are going to go well. And you know, right now it's the only BB that we're going to use.
Yeah.
You know, especially with the pricing, you know, but these guys, their shipping is amazing. Like I said, we ordered them on that Friday. I got them Tuesday. So it's that last minute pinch, like, oh my God, I totally forgot. I'm going to this major event next week,
Yeah.
and I haven't gotten BBs. Well, we no longer have that, you know, that worry in the back of our head.
Right.
I can, you know, one click of a button, I'll order 10 bottles of BBs and I'll see them in a couple of days.
That is cool. Yeah, that sounds they sound awesome. I have to check them out, and I would actually love to do some reviews on those as well. You know, for our channel,
Yeah.
and I would love to have somebody, you know, get in contact with those guys and talk with one of them.
Yeah, I definitely, I told them actually that I was going to be talking about them on the stream, or on the
Oh,
video.
nice. Okay.
Um, so I definitely, if you're looking for, you know, someone to talk, I can easily get you in contact with their
Yeah,
owner, and I have a feeling that he'd be more than willing to come on the channel and do a podcast with you.
that would be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to
Yeah,
hear about the you know, their program and what they're looking to do, their goals and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, no, they've got a lot, but it's definitely all in line. And they're also, the other thing that they're doing is they're looking to build, and you know, they're not really, you know, like these other companies out there where they need every buck they can to make their money.
Yeah,
It's every bottle of BBs that somebody buys. Yes, they're taking a portion of that to buy more product. It's obvious that's how a business works.
right.
But they're taking a portion, and most of the portion of that bottle that you buy, and it's going right into a fund to build a Milsim field.
Oh, that is cool.
And this is like full blown, like what we were just talking about, GTI, and talking about,
Yep.
Guardian Center. I don't
Right.
think they're going to be doing concrete buildings and stuff, but they're going to be doing like full blown 2-3 level wooden structures that are solid. Or, you know, even if they are going to do concrete buildings, I'd have to ask them that part.
Right.
But it's going to be, you know, as they said it in their live stream. If you go onto Instagram and if you look up the Moon Goons,
Yep.
Moon Goon Operations, I can send you the
I
link
follow
later
them.
on. Okay, perfect. If you look at their last recent live stream, that was with
Oh,
myself, Radar from Moon Goons, Admin Airsoft, and the owner of Blue Mag Airsoft. And
bro,
in
I watched part of that.
Yep.
Uh, I didn't even know. I didn't realize you were on there.
Oh yeah. Yep. I
Holy
was
cow!
wearing
Yeah,
in that one I was
because
wearing tan.
yeah, I watched it because I saw Admin Airsoft
Yep.
was on there, and so I clicked on and watched it, and you know, part of it. Yeah, I didn't even realize, bro. That was because I had done a podcast with Admin Airsoft like a week and a half ago, or whatever,
Yep.
and I was like, oh, let me see what he's, you know, doing a live thing for, whatever. I think he announced it that he was going to be doing it with
Yep.
some of you guys. Yeah, I didn't realize that was you on there. Holy
Oh yeah.
shit! Okay, and so that was one of the main guys from.
That is the owner. The gentleman that we spoke with is the owner of Blue Mag Airsoft.
Oh, I'm gonna go watch that. I'll have to watch that tonight. Okay.
Yep. And in that video, and it was perfect because that was we hadn't signed up with their partnership program just yet. It was our chance for the team to find out some questions from our guys and
Yeah.
figure out some stuff here and there, see what their plans were, and that was, I mean, it was a experience.
So when during the live stream when admin got off,
Yep.
got off the stream, it was who was hosting it? The guy from Moon Goons?
Correct. Radar. Yep. Radar from Moon
Okay.
Goons.
Right. And then there was you and the other guy from Blue Mag left.
Nope.
Yeah, so
nope. So admin had left, and
Okay.
Blue Mag, myself, Mr. Miles as I call him, Blue Mag, Moon Goons, and myself were still there, and then
Right.
a gentleman from APE.
Oh, that's right. Somebody else
Albany
joined.
Albany Paintball Experience.
Okay.
He joined up because the Moon Goons are going to be hosting or part of a couple of big events at that field within the next couple of months.
Oh, okay.
So they
I
brought
gotcha.
him in so that way they could meet and stuff like that.
Right.
But this guy, I mean, it's to the point. This guy's got a schedule so booked out that every single weekend is booked out for going to play Airsoft and going to meet up with his partners. Like the owner of Blue Mag is coming to Spring Offensive, the event that we're running in May, as the QRF again, to run with
Wow.
us, to see how we play, to see the event that we run, and just have a good time.
Yeah, he's doing some research. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, I would love to talk to that guy.
Yeah, I definitely. I'll message
Yeah.
him later on, and I'll get you guys in contact. Absolutely.
And I'll definitely watch that the rest of that live stream, tonight. Because that should still be on. Or no, that doesn't save. It's not on YouTube. So
actually,
I don't know.
Can I close this and still stay on the call? We're gonna find out. Are you still there?
know. Yeah, I'm here.
You might not be able to see my screen, but I'm just
I
gonna
don't
do
see
a little
your video went away, but yeah, we can still talk.
Moon Goons. No,
This might
yeah.
be a
So
new way to
if
share the screen.
so yeah, if you go to the Moon Goons page,
Yeah.
it is still one of their videos. It's the fourth video down.
Okay.
Yep, it's just between a video that they are using night vision, and then you'll see their announcement with Blue Mag Airsoft. You'll see the four of us in the picture.
Okay.
So it's still up there. So
Awesome.
if you go to their page, you can easily just click right on that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out, man. That's so wild. Yeah, when you said Adam Airsoft, I was like, oh shit, I watched that. That was just like a few days ago or like late last week or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That is cool, man. I love learning about companies like that have an aggressive plan. They're like hard charging, ready to go. Like this is what I want to do. Here, this is what we're gonna do, and here we go.
And it's all right here.
Yeah,
It's not
I love
this
it.
stuff.
I
It's
love
right
it.
here.
I love it. Yeah. I love meeting people like that and talking with people like that. So that is cool. Well,
Definitely big experience.
I want to ask you a question. Do you
Yeah,
have
by all
any
means, throw them at me.
Do you have any napkin notes?
No, no.
How dare you?
As much as that was the funniest thing that I heard in that tire stream with Yankee, and I love him to death. No, I don't have any napkin notes. That's kind of why I had my computer here. It's just while I was on lunch today at work, I wrote down a couple of things of what I wanted to touch on here or there. If even if you have any questions, by all means. But I just kind of had talking about our sponsors a little bit, just to kind of give them the shout out for everything that they're doing for us.
For sure.
Our events for this year, because like I said, and as you can tell, we're staying pretty busy. And actually, there was one thing that another big pet peeve is it doesn't matter if your gear's bottom of the barrel or Gucci. That's another one of my things. I run a Condor plate carrier. I've had the same Condor plate carrier for 6 years. and
it doesn't matter.
A bunch of other people, everybody is all about the the realism, and I mean, by all means, like if I had the money right now to afford real plates and stuff like that, I would. But I run 3/4 inch plywood in my chest, my plate carrier.
Yeah.
So, for
Yeah.
me, it works. It's budget, but to me, it doesn't matter if you have the top of the line gear or the bottom of the barrel. As long as it's effective for you, it works for you, and you're having a good time. That's really it all is to me.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a big, big factor is whatever you're comfortable with, because most of the guys I've talked to, any veterans that spent some time in active duty military, uh, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times they're running really light, because, when I was in as well, we had to carry a bunch of heavy shit. Like real gear is heavy, real
Absolutely.
ammo is heavy, and you got six, magazines of 30 rounds each of our M16 ammo, and then canteens, and in your backpack, your Alice pack, what we called it back then, and
Yep.
but some of the guys I've talked to that are like law enforcement, either active law enforcement or previous, they're kind of the same way. They run real light, and they're like, bro, as long as where your gear is, it doesn't
Right.
matter if you have the best shit. But I feel like a lot of these guys that are kind of inexperienced, they'll they have these. I think they see a lot of videos or Instagram stuff, and they go, "Oh, I got to get the best shit to go to a mil sim." I'm like, "No, you
Yeah.
don't." Like I told these guys, I was making fun of them all the time because they're taking fucking totes of shit to the mil sim. I'm like, you don't need that much. You need your uniform on, your boots, and your weapon. You can walk into battle. That's it. Okay. Bring some water, obviously,
Yeah.
but you can, if you had to, you could sleep under the fucking trees. You don't need to, carry all this shit, but have somewhere to put your fucking mags. But they're packing all kind of. I'm like,
Well, I
they
mean,
got
it
tired of
really
hearing
all
me
for me.
say
I
it,
mean,
but
I feel that, and you're definitely right. Between, when it comes to depending on the event and, where we're going in terms of travel, like I said, when we go to these events that are down in Massachusetts or the one up in Maine, um, it's not like we're going all over the place, or, we're not going across the country kind of thing.
yeah.
So minimalistic isn't really a thing where, myself and I think most people out there, pack for the worst. And if you don't need
Oh,
it,
for
it's better
sure.
to have it,
Right.
because I mean, for me, see it well, but I've got one of these big ass husky
Hmm.
totes. That's what I carry everything in. And most of the time, every gun on the wall goes with me.
Yep.
So it's just,
Oh
instead of
shit, you
carrying,
take all those.
oh yeah, I
Hell yeah.
most of the time, every event that I attend, I'm always bringing it, because regardless if it's my gun that goes down or a teammate's gun that goes
Yep.
down, it's a gun that needs to be up. So
That's what I've
instead,
seen so far is like somebody's gun's going to go down. You loan it or you use it or whatever.
right. So and again, it's like, am I going to have 4 rifle cases, or do I want to just pack it all in my tote? Because I can literally pack two full blown kits with the plate carrier, the battle belt, the backpack, all my HPA bottles, my headsets, everything I could possibly need, plus every rifle in the case.
Right.
And it's just one box. I'm bringing one box down,
Yep.
so I'm not needing to go, searching for stuff. I know that all my stuff is right there. Or where
Right.
we're going, down to Iron Horse, it's literally going to be a small little green tote, a pistol case, and a backpack.
Yeah.
Just because we're renting a van, there's 5 of us, and we've got to bring all of our camping stuff, because every event we go to, we set up two 10 by 30 canopy tents
Oh shit.
to set up as our command post. And
Right.
well, I say it as our command post because that's where our team goes. That's where we all hang out. That's where we all get ready.
Yeah.
Um, and we're the elements are, it's Mother Nature. It could change at any minute.
Yep.
We have, as a team, we have a HPA fill station. So we want to make sure that thing's not out in the weather.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, so we set that up. We've got our generator. We've got showers. We go all out when we go to these events. But again,
Yeah, and
the
I
whole,
definitely understand all taking all that stuff. I just like to bust these guys balls because
oh yeah,
when they first started, like their first couple mil sims, they have two of the guys have pickup trucks,
yep,
and they took one of them. They all rode one, and these are full size,
Right.
and they had no room in the bed to put anything else because they had so much shit with them, and it's only three of them. I was like, bro,
Right.
when I was in the Corps, okay, we got your everything when you go in the field
It was
is
in your
in your
ruck.
pack and on your body. That's
Yep.
it. And they're like, no, man, we got to. So I do understand the difference. It's I just like to mess with them,
Oh yeah.
but I do see a lot of guys, that are fairly new, that these guys talk about, and then what they did, that they're like, they take so much stuff. I'm like, I understand the extra guns for sure,
Yep.
but I guess your gear could break, if you buy cheap shit where your mag holster or whatever, or your plate carrier or something like that could break. But I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, most of the time, I mean, I'm I'm in that boat. I'm not going and spending, you know, $10 on a plate carrier on Amazon
Right,
kind of thing.
right,
I'm that mid ground kind of person, and I'm
yeah,
definitely not going out and spending $500-600 on full blown T-Rex arms, Haley
right.
Strategic, that kind of stuff, like
Military grade, yeah,
military grade stuff. I just
yeah.
pulled it out here, but you know,
Oh,
basic
there you go.
Condor plate carrier.
Looks cool.
This plate carrier I've had for 6 years,
That's
and
awesome.
it's beat to shit. It's seen all kinds of shit. I've thrown myself around in this thing,
That's what you
and
want.
knock on every bit of wood in my apartment. It's still alive today.
Yeah,
So it's just one of those things where I don't think it's necessary to go out and spend all this money on a bunch of stuff that you can get rid of if it's cheap enough, but not break the bank and
right.
have it be worthless. I have four other this exact plate carrier. I have four other of them.
Yeah.
So it's all transitional.
It's cool to have gear though that is had seen some experience. You know what I mean?
Seasoned. I like to call it
Yeah,
seasoned.
season. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got
It's
some
definitely
blood on it, sweat on it. Dirt on it.
it's the memories too.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
that's, I mean, if you've looked through, my Instagram, I posted recently a couple of Transformation Tuesday pictures.
Okay.
I remember wearing, I was wearing this big ass JPC full body cummerbund plate carrier, and I was, pushing 300 pounds, and I could running around the field.
Yeah.
Once I picked up the saw, God, I hated myself. It was 10 times worse wearing
Yeah.
that heavy of a plate carrier, and then that gun with all the ammo and all the knickknacks to go with it.
Right.
So, it was just, down the road over time, you start to learn slowly of what's comfortable for you, what works for you. And, it's finally where I found this plate carrier, I found my battle belt set up, and I've stuck with it. I literally copied it 3 times because our team, we have 3 uniforms where,
Okay.
this is our tan loadout. I've got a green one. I've got a black one. So it's all
Nice.
it's all over. And then I also, just because we were talking about it earlier, that's that MVP patch I was telling you about,
Oh, the acorns. Yeah,
the acorns, and that's the other one that I had gotten. But
that is crazy. That's
and they
cool. You
go,
still have all that.
oh yeah, nope. These 2 patches, especially that first one, every plate carrier or any piece of equipment that I wear, it's always on it. I never go to an event without them. It is like, my little rabbit foot.
Sure.
That's just one of those things that I've always had on me, carried on me. It's the same thing. I just recently took it off, but I've got a friend of mine who is in the third ID, and he, he's been deployed already twice, and he's currently in the process, and keeping fingers crossed, with everything that's going on right now.
Yep.
There's a chance he's going to be going back out. So, he gave me
Yep.
one of his old unit patches, and it was beat to hell. It's seen better days, but
Right.
that's kind of one of those things. I put it on my wallet. That's just that little piece of a note that I'm with him, he's with me, but it's
Right.
just my little good luck charm.
For sure. Yeah,
Um,
that's cool, man.
but
Yeah,
no, I
all the
mean,
shit that's happened just in the last few days, man. Who knows?
it's it's
Uh,
another it's another big conversation.
Oh, for sure.
It's
Yeah.
rough to it's rough to think about, but it really is it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to think about, tough to worry about, but we're over here dealing with it on our own turf with our own people, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Oh,
So,
I know. I know. Trust me, I know. Oh yeah. Yeah,
but
man.
I
It's
mean,
I was just talking to well, the podcast actually is going to release tomorrow morning. A guy I talked to in the UK. He's from Scotland, but he's in the RAF, the Royal
yep,
Air Force over there, and he's active duty. He's actually, you know, doing a podcast on his phone from his barracks room, and you could hear the jets going by
in the background, that's
where
awesome.
he's yeah, because he muted his mic. He has like a gaming headset, whatever. So he turned his
Yep,
mic up, whatever. I was like, no, keep it on. That's a cool background effect. I love hearing it.
yep,
So, so, but anyway, I texted him today because I was wondering with all the shit that just happened with Russia and Ukraine, if if he's like on high alert or, I don't know. So, but we have friends and family that are in the military too. So yeah, we
yep.
always keep it up with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely a long time running with all that stuff. And like I said,
Hmm.
I've got plenty of friends and plenty. I mean, I at this point I don't have any family that's in, but I've got a lot of friends that are in the military. I got a buddy of mine who is in training process for. Luckily, he's staying stateside. He's becoming a drill sergeant for the United States Marine Corps, so he's going to be down at Parris Island
Hoorah!
drilling boots into the ground.
That's where I spent
Um,
time. We chewed some of the same dirt.
yes, sir.
Hell yeah! I was
You
going to
know,
ask
and
you about that. One of your teammates is Tactician Double Dog. Double Dog
correct.
is a nickname for us Marines, and I was wondering if he was a Marine Corps veteran or I don't know.
Well, to be quite honest, I pretty sure he has not served any full actual time, but I could be wrong. I really don't dig into that
Yeah, yeah.
conversation much,
I just didn't know if you knew. Yeah.
but he does do he is a firearms instructor. He did a lot of
Okay.
private trainings, private stuff like that. He did a lot of
Nice.
security stuff. So he definitely is seasoned like that, and that's he's always our six. He's always watching
Right.
our ass.
Yeah.
Um, but our tactician crazy, excuse me, tactician crazy just recently finished boot camp, AIT and stuff like that. He just came home, got engaged, and he is currently keeping his weight under check, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And there's a chance he may be deploying within the next year as well. So
Shit, the next 2 weeks, bro.
if it
Who
goes up that
knows?
fast, right?
Right.
Um, but yeah, I mean it's crazy. But I mean I've been blabbing. Is there any questions you have for
No,
me?
I'm good, man. I appreciate you being on here. I was really excited to talk with you.
I
After seeing,
appreciate you having me. It was absolutely a blast.
I'm glad. Yeah, and your girlfriend had fun trying to make you smile.
Yeah,
So
she's
she's
always
like, "Get
doing
off
that.
of that thing already.
Yeah, pretty
We
much.
got we got a movie to watch or something."
No, that's it. Literally, we set up the TV in here. We were watching something, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, my alarm just went off.
Yep.
I got 10 minutes. It's like, well, are you gonna make sure the TV is good for me in the bedroom? I'm like, all right, let's go. I'll set it up for you. Make
What
sure
are
it's
you guys
good.
watching right now?
Well, I mean, I haven't
Are you
been
on
watching any.
into a show?
No, well, I mean, I'm one of those guys that really likes the real world kind of stuff. So I binge watch a lot of Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago,
Gotcha.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Any military movie you could think of, I've probably seen it 100 times.
Full Metal Jacket.
Probably 100 times, absolutely. Um,
Hell yeah.
I bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose. Um, you know, so that's kind of my thing. I'm definitely a history buff, especially when it comes to the military. That's just always been my thing. Even as a little kid, I was always the army man for Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
And especially, and that's kind of where that's where all of it really started with airsoft, because obviously you weren't allowed to carry real guns around, and I was only freaking 5 or 6 years old,
Damn
and
it.
wasn't allowed to parents wouldn't allow it at the time to carry around an airsoft gun even, but
Right.
always before and after Halloween happened, the picture I was taking with my full little uniform, I was holding an airsoft gun.
Nice.
So that's kind of where it all really, really began.
That is cool, man.
But
Well, I appreciate you, man. You have got a lot of experience. It sounds like we're going to have a lot to talk about in the future as well. So
yeah,
I look forward to our next one. I would love to have you on again in a few months, whatever. Or
absolutely, I'd be honored.
it's great to meet you.
Absolutely,
And,
great to meet you, man.
Yeah, and I'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely, have a good night.